If you're missing a knob from anything around the house, this week's trending model is what you need. It's fully customizable, and I'm going to show you how you can use Fusion 360 to customize to your needs in only a couple of minutes and replace a knob missing from my car since we bought it. Let's print. First things first, you need to find the style of knob you need. For me, it's going to be style number 6. And the really clever design of this model is that you have a separate insert that can go in any style, letting you basically match any knob with any insert. The author Bryce has even put it out there that if there's something that's not modeled, let him know. The knob I'm replacing is a volume knob for the backseat entertainment system in my wife's car. There's one on either side, and we're only missing one, so I have a reference part to measure, but if you don't, you really only need to know the details of the insert. Really, as long as it clears everything, you could use any knob that you want to choose. I was thinking of changing and going with style 7 with the textured spinner, but I'll leave it as it is for now. I'm also printing one for both sides, and I'll replace the stock one so they match. Next step is to have Fusion 360 installed. There's a link to it in the video description. I don't get any kickback for mentioning it. It's free for personal use. It's simply the only software I've used that you can use parameters with a F3D file. If you've opened a file in any software, you're already an expert at this part. Open the file the same way you would in anything else, with the file menu, then open. From here, you simply go up to the modify drop down on the toolbar, select change parameters, and you'll see the same names as the model descriptions on Printables. I'm using a little bit of paint on the pointer to make it pop, and here's a tip for this style. I've made the pointer depth a little deeper than you would think. This way you can fill it with a little bit more and give it more even coverage and a professional look. You don't want your knob to look like it's wearing a cheap tuxedo. I did do a little more shallow version, and my wife thought it was a little bit like painted liquid paper. Once you have your parameters set, save it, and to create the STL, there's different ways to export. I go to the File, 3D Print option. This way you select the body to export to STL and save. I like doing it this way because I sometimes design things with multiple bodies and you can export each separately. You can even choose to open straight away in your slicer, but I never do that. To be honest, I was concerned with this print. Looking in the slicer, the insert hole was super close to the edge of the knob, and I thought I might get some artifacts on the outside once I printed. If you try and print this and go smaller, I'll let everyone know in the comments how it goes. I went to as low a lay height as I possibly could to get a really nice finish, and I was surprised. I don't think I'd go too much smaller, but this turned out really well. I checked the fit of the insert before I glued it in to make sure it was okay, and the fit in the knob was perfect as well. Now every time I glance at those knobs, I'm reminded that life's too short to have knob related anxiety, so go forth knob enthusiasts, customize your world one knob at a time. This post is brilliant, and I think it's destined to be one of the most downloaded models on Printables. I'm putting my settings in the makes on Printables in case anyone wants to print out my knob, and good luck to you if you do. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, hit the bell if you really want to support us. Watch all of our videos all the way to the end. See you next week.